Okay, so now we get into the meat and potatoes of Married at First Sight. Like, about damn time. All this fluff y'all had around these first 3 episodes, it was snooze fest. Okay, now let's get into it because I'm ready for it. This episode gave me semi what I needed, but hey, it was enough to review on. Welcome to Leah D TV, where we kiki about reality TV. If you love TV and want to joke and laugh about all the drama you see, hit that subscribe button, baby, and get comfy. We start off, right? We start off with the couples waking up. So early. It's day 3 and they've been married, okay? We see Rachel and Jose. They wake up and Rachel brings up, Jose, when you was trying to brush my teeth last night, that was ridiculous. Like, I'm not 4.5. I'm not a child. I don't need you to feed me. All that is extra. And Jose is like, well, it's just like a way for me to be endearing and show you that I can give you anything that you need. Jose, you're overbearing. Calm down. Rachel's scared of losing her independence. I would be too around Jose. Even if Jose was my friend, I'd be scared. Like, damn, is he gonna take over everything? Rachel wants to add to the relationship. So that means, like, she wants to contribute financially. She wants to contribute verbally. She doesn't want to just be a yes woman. And, I respected Jose in this moment because he just sat back and listened and let Rachel say what she needed to say. So then we see Johnny and Bao. Okay, they're waking up. Johnny jokes about Bao, little snoring, little schnauzers that she probably does while she sleeps. He says that it sounded like a little animal was in the room. So he woke up and checked to see, was it pigs, horses, and cows in there? Johnny says that he is bothered by the snoring, but it's something he feel like he could get used to. So they're outside, they're eating breakfast, and they're talking about, they're gonna be on the beach today. And Bao says that she collects bathing suits, right? Listen to this kicker. She collects bathing suits, but she doesn't wear bathing suits that often. So she'll wear the bathing suit around her home. Johnny asks, do you have a pool at your house? No. Okay, so yeah, that's weird. She's like, is that weird? Yeah. How about yeah? Bao says that she likes the way Johnny looks and feels like he'll look good in his little swim trunks. She said she snuck a peek at Johnny's body and she likes it. She also said that she would like someone like Conan O'Neill. First of all, I had to Google him because I didn't know who the hell that was. I know, but y'all listen, that's not my type of entertainment. So I Googled him. I was like, oh my God, this is the palest thing I ever seen. But that's your type, Bao? For some reason, I'm not surprised. It was giving very much almond milk. Next, we have Marla and Gil. Marla's looking at the breakfast that they just received. Y'all know, from the senior citizens home that they're staying at, aka the honeymoon resort. And she's like, well, where's the protein? There's just fruits and bread. Look at this big croissant. Why is this croissant so big? Why the fruit not juicy? I like my fruit juicy. Is this, here, Gil, drink this milk. Is that almond milk or that's regular milk? That's regular milk. You could taste the pus in it, can't you? Yeah, okay. You know what? Let me call them and let them know that this is not almond milk. Excuse me, ma'am. This is not almond milk. Marla complains about everything. Like, I have not seen the scene yet where she wasn't complaining. Either it's about Gil's bald head or it's about the almond milk. Like, it's about the beach or it's about the senior citizen hotel. Like, come on, can we see the positive in something? So Gil sits Marla down and he's like, on a scale of 1 to 10, how happy are you right now? Marla's like, an 8. Okay, we'll take it. Higher than we thought it would be. And Gil was like, okay, so I'm going to say, how happy I am. And Marla's like, well, of course you're a 10. Marla, read the room. I don't think so. She didn't even give him a chance to answer, baby. We don't know what Gil numbers is. It could have been a 1. It could have been a 10. If he's like me, it would have been a 2. Listening to Marla complain all day. Gil goes on to say, you complain all day, basically. And Marla's like, well, you make it seem like I'm a Debbie Downer. And he's like, well, at least you're not a Karen. Period. I'd rather have a Debbie Downer than a Karen any day. Really neither one, but if I had to choose, you know what I'm saying? So then we see Brett and Brian. She's excited to have a husband to slather sunscreen all over her body for the beach. Oof, child, I can't relate. I wear very little sunscreen, if any. But y'all see the chocolate on the screen, so you see why. Brian's like, well, you'll need more than me. Ooh, shade. What that supposed to mean, Ryan? She'll need more than one person to lather sunscreen? What you trying to say? She big or something? What you trying to say, child? And then she's like, you know, that's the great thing about having a husband. I'll have someone to put sunscreen on me. And he's like, massive win for you. I was like, ooh. Oh, he don't like her. That's all I needed to see, y'all. He gave her a look like, yeah, great. He is, oh, Jesus. See, I wanted things for Brett and Ryan. I wanted this, but it's just not happening, don't seem like. And it's him. He's the one not going with the flow. He was very condescending to her in that scene. Very much so. I don't want to be here. You acted up on that plane yesterday and you showed out, so now I'm going to show out. Anyway, the couples meet up. So everybody's there, and then Gil walks up, and I'm looking for Marla. Like, where's she at, child? Where's she at? So Gil goes on to say that Marla's in the hotel room doing work on her honeymoon. Okay, then. And then we see Bao and Johnny walk up. We're also waiting on Zach and Michaela. They never show up because Zach is in the room saying that he's sick, he has chills, he has a fever, and he's overall just not feeling well. So Gil goes on to ask the people that are there, you know, who's kissed so far? Who's getting the kissy face? And Jose and Rachel begin to make out in front of everybody, you know, to prove that they've been kissing. Gil says that, you know, he hasn't kissed yet. He was really like roasting Marla a little bit in front of everybody because he was like, you know, Marla's always complaining. She gets sleepy and sometimes she needs to eat and she'll get angry. And me, you know, it's just like I'm taking care of a toddler. I was like, ooh, Joe, the shade of it all. If Marla was down there, you know what? She would have gathered him. That's what I thought. But if you watch the episode, it goes to show that she's used to him roasting her a little bit. Like they roast each other. And it's real playful. You know, I wouldn't appreciate it, but that's just me. Gil also asks, has anyone been intimate? And everyone says no, not yet. Johnny and Bao says that they knew each other before this experiment. So everybody's like in awe, mouth open, and they go into the explanation. Y'all know the story. So everybody start getting in the pool, right? Johnny's looking at Bao's imaginary behind, and he's like, dang, she got the cake. She caked up. And I'm like, okay, do I need glasses? Because I'm not seeing it. But, you know, that's just me. Gil names the ball after Marla. Gil is funny. He's giving me very much personality. He names the ball after Marla. He drew some eyes on it and a mouth and said, this is her. Threw it to everybody. You know what I'm saying? He's funny. Then we see Zach, and he says that he tested positive for COVID and Michaela tested negative. Okay. So then we see Michaela in the corner pouting like a 2-year-old baby, saying that she doesn't want him to not be by her. He's trying to save her life. Meanwhile, she's saying that she got a whole bunch of bathing suits for her and him that she needed to be trying on right now, not him being sick. Zach is better than me, because I would have told her, if you don't get out my face and I'm not feeling well, baby, go ahead on. Because I don't care, husband or not, I'm not about to deal with it. You pouting like you the one sick. Baby, I'm the one with COVID. What are you doing? Michaela, I understand y'all just got married, but read the room. Like, he's trying to save your life and you talking about bathing suits. I don't understand it. Jose and Rachel, they're on a boat and they're going fishing and they're all lovey-dovey, kissy kiss. Y'all know Jose and Rachel by now. So they said they want to fish. And Rachel's like, I've never been fishing before. So Jose pulls some fish up with his bare hands to show Rachel, you know what? This is how it goes. And Rachel's like, oh my God, you pulled a fish. Oh my God. Well, Rachel, you just asked him to do it. What is the shocker? She goes ahead and does the same thing. Then we see Gil. And he has a suit on at the beach. Didn't understand it. At first, I thought it was glittery, but then I noticed it was like a design on it. Gil is a very showstopper type of person. Very outgoing with his personality and clothes. I see you, Gil. Okay. So Marla has on her LBD, little black dress. Very simple. About to go have din-din with the husband. Marla's like, so give me the tea. What was the couples like? Who with who? What they was talking about? Woo, woo, woo. And Gil basically like, so I asked everybody, have they kissed? And Marla's like, okay, so who kissed? Who hasn't? Gil's like, everybody kissed. And Gil's like, I'm the only one. And Marla's like, okay, I don't kiss people on the first, second, or third date. So baby, sit and get used to it. Gil looks disappointed, but what's new? Gil says, what have you learned from your previous serious relationships? Marla says that she's a touchy person. Says that she learns that she is the way she is and ain't nobody gonna change her. She says that she's a touchy person, but not on day one. You feel me? So Gil's like, well, how do you feel loved? And Marla's like, gifts. What a shocker. Gil says, what if I made you a homemade quilt, right? With my bare hands. You know what I'm saying? My bare hands. And I also had a Cartier bracelet or watch. Child was one of them. And she's like, oh, Cartier bracelet. Now you talking my language. Oh, my God. So he's like, well, which one would you want? Of course she would want the bracelet. You think she want a blanket? Child, boy. He's like, but I made it. She don't care who made it. It needs to have a label. Do you own a fashion label, Gil? Then she don't want it. Gil sets up this whole... Now, this is what I appreciated with this episode. The guys was given very much romance. Everybody set up little dates upon dates. I was like, ooh, this is giving what needs to be gave. So Gil sets up, some champagne and some macaroons. Now, I never had macaroons, but I don't see the hype. Marla was like, oh my God, macaroons. Like, child, she was acting like there was some red bottoms or some Gucci something, child. Macaroons, that's what turns your gears, Marla? Okay. So, Gil takes a bite of the cookies and he's like, this ain't nothing but a bougie cookie. It's you, basically. Period, Gil. Marla's like, Gil makes fun of me all the time, but hopefully it's like out of and out of love, and he's really not just making fun of me. I don't know. Sometimes I get glimpses of Marla where it's like she's likable because she didn't want Gil to really make fun of her, but then just things be turning me off about her. I don't know how to take her. And then later when she did the activity with Gil, even though she really didn't want to, I started to like her. But then she was just like, get me out of here. And then I just stopped liking. Like, it's just things about her that I don't know how to take her yet. So then we see Marla and Gil. And Gil is explaining to Marla that he wants to get on some jet skis and then get on a plane that lands on the water. I don't know what it was, but this is what he was telling Marla. So Marla's like, okay, but I get seasick. Oh, child. Of course she does. So Gil's like, well, are you going to do this with me? Like, it's a surprise. I set this up for us. Marla said, you know what? I'll do it. I'll try it. At that point, I was like, you know what? Either she likes Gil or she's a little likable. I don't know what it is about Marla. I don't know. But I'm going to figure it out. So they get up on the plane. She was doing okay on the jet. Excuse me. She was doing okay. But then she started to feel sick. She was like, okay, land this puppy because I'm starting to feel seasick. I appreciate her giving it her all. She could have just been like, hell no, I'm not getting up there. Forget you, forget that, forget this senior citizens home, and forget this dirty sand, child. But she didn't. I was proud of her in that moment. So then we see Bao and Johnny. Johnny is showing Bao the outfits that he got for her for their little day, right? Bao pulls out the shirt, and she gets to pulling a Marla, child. Her and Marla know they can complain. Whatever her name is, Marla, whatever. I was like, you know what? You got me an extra large shirt. How did you know this was my size? Being shady instead of just saying I wear extra small. And she's like, oh, you left a price tag on it too. You paid full price? Of course he did. And he was in a souvenir shop. You know, ain't no else up in there. They try to grip you out of all your money. All of it. They want it. It's a souvenir shop. I didn't know why they was in there anyway, child. I was like, why are y'all in there? That store looks pricey. I'm just hoping in this moment that Bao gives Johnny what he needs. He needs confirmation. He needs to know that she likes him. So they show what Johnny set up. It was so sweet. He had the best setup, the best dinner. It was just giving everything that it needed to give. It had the rose petals. It was so sweet. So Bao, and it was on the beach. It was a picnic. So Bao's like, nobody ever done this for me before. And Johnny, in that moment, he kind of made me tear up just a little bit, just a tad. So he was like, you know what? He was just like a little kid that was like nervous to tell a girl that he liked her. It was so freaking cute. Like, he was just like, I like you. I was like, oh my God. Bao, in this moment, don't be acting crazy. Don't be asking him, well, you didn't like my snoring. Don't be saying nothing crazy, Bao. So she moves in an inch from his face and was like, the feeling's mutual. Good, Bao. I knew you liked him anyway. You liked him since school. But y'all got so much ego, neither one of y'all said nothing. Bao also leans in and touches Johnny's shoulder. I was like, ooh, come on, Bao. Keep touching him. You know he like that physical touch, sis. Touch home. Because I need Johnny to get what he needs from Bao. I really like Johnny. Bao, I don't know. But Johnny, that's my dude right there. Like, y'all don't even know. We go way back. Now I'm playing. I don't know him. But I like him a lot. So Johnny goes on to say, I've been on over 100 first dates. So once I feel like it's time to run, baby, I'm gone. And Bao, I thought she was going to be like, oh my God, 100 first dates. But she wasn't. She was like, you know what? He probably met me before those 100 dates. And if he hadn't ghosted me, he wouldn't have had to go on all them dates. Period, Bao. Speak on it. Then we see Jose and Rachel. They're on their date. Jose's like, okay, so like when you moving in, period. Rachel's like, no. I don't know if I want to move in just yet because I like my space. Woo, woo, woo. Basically, the same thing Rachel and Vaca did on their last season of Married at First Sight. So Jose is stressing about, not being able to play that husband role that he desperately wants to play. But he has to understand that it's going to be some compromises. Now, me, I would love it. Child, pay all the bills. I move in your crib. And we're Gucci. I'm still going to work. Don't you ever think I'm not going to do that. But, you got the bills, Daddy. We see Brett and Ryan again, okay? Ryan says that he wants babies. That's his deal breaker. Sure. Anyway. So Brett is like, well, I was almost good on not having no babies because I'm in my late, mid 30s, and I was kind of leaning towards not having no kids. But, if you want kids, we could do that. I like that she was open, because sometimes people make up their mind and then that's it. Like, it ain't no changing it. So she's open either way. I like that. And Brett says that the more time that they spend together, the more she is attracted to him. Ryan's like, I'm listening. What? Ryan, get yourself together. I'm going to need more than I'm listening. Dang. Anyway, moving on. We see Rachel and Jose, right? Rachel and Jose got a lot of time this episode. Okay, Rachel and Jose. Jose says that he wants Rachel to feed him cake this time. What is this with all this feeding to each other? I don't understand it, but okay. Jose says he wants a dog, a little doggy, before kids, of course. And Rachel says, me too. And they agree on having children. And Rachel likes him in some areas. You can tell she likes certain things. But I think Rachel's fighting with losing her independence completely. So I understand. She wants to be taken care of, but baby, when I want to go to the store, you're not going to tell me I can't go to the store. So I feel like it could be conflict there. We shall see. So then we see, the next scene, and guess how it's starting off? With Gil saying, you know what, Marla is bougie. Baby, Gil loved to roast Marla, and I'm here for it. He roasts her so good. I don't even think none of these reviewers out here in these YouTube streets is roasting Marla the way Gil is. He's giving me what I need. Gil's waiting for a good night kiss. He's hoping and praying maybe tonight will be the night. And of course, Marla's like, no. She goes on to talk about SpongeBob and his lashes and how she got to get her lashes redone so she don't look like SpongeBob with 3 lashes. I was like, oh, child. Gil was like, okay, just turn off the lights. I'm about to go to bed. You ain't trying to kiss on nobody. So good night. What you talking about? So then we see Brett and Ryan. Ryan says that he's willing to wait for sex, but, he don't really want to, but he will. They express that they like each other thus far. I don't know, because I feel like Ryan be capping, because the way he looked at Brett earlier this episode, just that look alone, it wasn't looking good for my sis. And y'all know I like Brett. I don't know about them. It's rocky. It's really, really rocky right now. So then we see Rachel and Jose again. Child. Whew, they got a lot of airtime. Rachel expressed that she's not responsible with money. Ugh, okay. Rachel says that she would like to do 50-50. I don't like that. And Jose says, you know what? He wants the joint account to be the main account. And he'll give her a little bit of money, or she could work and have a little bit of money. But the main account should be a joint account. I think that's what he was trying to say. I couldn't really understand it because I don't really understand that 1940s rhetoric. But, it was something. And Rachel was just like, I didn't even know people still do that. Apparently, Jose still does. Then we see Johnny and Bao. And they make it back to the room. Johnny's feeling good because he got a I like you from Bao. And he's just like, yes, she liked me. Johnny, you're so sweet. They're getting ready for bed. And Bao's like, you want to keep the pillow? No, Bao. Forget about that stinking ass. Ooh, y'all almost made me curse on here. Y'all know I don't curse on here. That stinking pillow. Don't nobody want that pillow in between y'all. Y'all are married. You the pillow, Bao. I told you that first episode. You are the pillow. Hunch. Jesus Christ. So she's like, y'all, I laughed during this whole story. It was too funny to me. So Bao was like, this one time at band camp, all of the band leaders had to sleep in a bunk, and God, I was so self-conscious about snoring that I just didn't sleep because I didn't want them to hear me snoring. And Johnny's like, what is happening? What is going on? Why would you not sleep at band camp? She was like, I know you think it's funny, but it really hurts my feelings. Don't laugh at me. Johnny's like, if you snore, you snore. Why would you hide something about yourself? It's you. What are we doing? Thank you, Johnny. You're like me, like a normal human being. Child, you think I'm not about to sleep? Baby, I'm going to sleep. I do all types I talk in my sleep. Y'all don't even want to know the stuff I be doing. So I couldn't relate. So she starts tearing up. Johnny's like, I hope that ain't a red flag. Johnny, it is. Bao getting on my nerves. I don't see how she ain't getting on yours. So, yeah, that's how the episode ended, with Bao crying about band camp, child. But yeah, if you enjoyed this review, go ahead and give me a like. Go ahead and comment what you thought of tonight's episode. It was craziness. And if you're not subscribed yet, y'all know what to do. You know you like these reviews, so come on with it. Until then, I will see you on my next review. Ta-ta.